Welcome to ANZ Combined Racing League's final session of the Bathurst 1000. I'm your host, Neil Haynes, and looking forward to bringing this final session.
Thanks, mate. Thanks
And
for the support.
we will definitely make sure
be,
that we get to the end of this one
good,
after the
final
session. I'll just have to mute the Discord channel, sorry guys. But here we are at Bathurst. We've seen that race lap record of Sato already been broken by Sato himself that previous session with a 202.6 something it was before we had that mass disconnect. But here we are here for session one. And you can see the results from session one there on your screen. And then we will also pick up the session two. We had Gunner running there all the way in front at the moment, or Longy I should say. And then session three was interrupted, but we've mocked it up a little bit there, but that's the order how it was. And I'll just put us on hold while we organise the grid now for the drivers. So I'll go on mute for a while I get back into the race lobby to make sure these drivers get themselves sorted into the right order for the restart for session four. Okay, guys, we're back here again, and we've just got the drivers now organising themselves. They've got themselves in order. So let's just pick it all up how it should be. So we've got Gunner warming up those tyres. He is going to take his field for the final session. We're up to lap 121 of 161. So we'll see him take to the field to the lead of this race. So Sato 15, who has been monstering Longy in that session 3 and breaking the lap record at the same time, will be in position 2. Third is the man that's been running so strong, Rusty and Bo Kane. So Bo had a good run too. So they're in third position, podium contention. Look at this man. Started last in the race way back this morning at 10 a.m. And here he is now in position 4, fighting for a podium, if not maybe the victory here at Bathurst. The 8th running of ANZCRL's victory, of Bathurst 1000. What about this man, Zachy 3 and his older statesman, Zach 18. What a run he had in session 3, running it hard against VJ Philly in the Irwin car, and Captain Awesome, just who's behind him in position 6. So the Zachy boys finding themselves in 5th spot. Captain Awesome, here he goes in the red Ampol car in 6th position. We wish them all the best. John King, John in the Appliances Online in 7th position. Here he goes, ready to go. Stu, all the way from New Zealand. Here he is. He's fighting for the New Zealand crowd to see if they can get onto the podium in the Autobahn car. He's been teamed up with, obviously with Loza. Slide Science, the fellow New Zealander. Here he is in the Shell V-Power car in 9th position. Rishi in 10th. Then we got Ashley, the Unicorn, with John Slow. He's the last man at there before Mitch in the Premier Hire car. But here we go, guys. Enjoy the last 41 laps here of the Bathurst 1000. And Gunner is taking it off onto the lead into a nice position here. But look at behind Rusty. He knows that he's got to make a move on Sato early, because he's seen that pace early on that Sato's been able to post in session 3. And Rusty, if he's got any chance with this Milwaukee car, he needs to ruffle Sato's feathers early. He's seen Sato being able to crack, and the guard put the gun in the wall, says, hey, it's sell what? Sell what? What are we going to sell? A bit of Penrite oil? Because I tell you what, Gunner's getting away from anyone, so they can't put him in the wall. Can't sell any of that cheap Penrite oil after he's put it in the wall. So look at Gunner here. He's out there in the lead of the race. Sato in second, just brushing the wall. And Rusty's going well, as is Commander Cirrus in 4th position. What a nice run there. It's all holding stations here from the start. Saki 3. He's cleared out. Got a nice little gap between himself and this man, John King. And then Captain Awesome bringing it on through. Slide Science has made an early position on Stu. Stu's falling down. He's in the clutches of Ashley. Ashley's putting a lot of pressure in the Coke Commodore. So let us know the driver that you're supporting, guys. We want to make sure that everyone has a great time here to really send these cars off on a great note here at the Bathurst 1000. It's been a tremendous event. We've had a little hiccup in session 3, but we've got everyone going here. Put them all on the lead lap. With a lucky dog, these drivers these two have benefited, both the Unicorn and Mitch Kemp. But let's get back to the front here as Sato has been able to just get off the Forest elbow, and look at him, he's within striking distance of Gunner at the bottom of the circuit here. And the first lap under noise, it looks like Gunner's going to take this lead. Welcome to the stream, back Huds. Yes, Rishi, your teammate, you've both done a really good job in this event. And he's doing a great job there in 11th position. And here we go, all these cars coming up Mountain Straight on lap 341. Now that first opening lap was our formation lap, so it's actually the second lap in anger for these drivers. And we've got a nice split of cars all the way down. Our Slide Sides is looking for a move here on Captain Awesome, as our Slide Sides was really looking keen. You heard him in the commentary in session 3. He was really wishing all the best for G-Dude, his co-driver. And, Cuckoo, welcome Cuckoo. Yes, we want the boss man of GTL, Stu, who's currently in 10th position, to bring it on home, and he's doing a tremendous job there. And I'm sure sure he'll bring it home. He'll bring it home in whatever position he can, and probably whatever condition. He'll make sure there's nothing left by the end of these 41 laps of that car. But let's just have a little look at the front here, because this is where Saturday's been so fast, going down the mountain. Slide Science actually mentioned that in the commentary in session 3. Now Saturday just seems to really be so fast after the dipper and on the way down. And these drivers are roughly hitting 292 kilometres an hour as they turn in at this point here. And then it's hard on the brakes. And trying to get these cars turned in without any issue is a hard task as it is. Mitch is doing a tremendous job there in 13th position, holding station with the Unicorn. Excellent job early on to my fellow teammate. He's been given three driving stints, so congratulations to Mitch putting in all that effort here at Bathurst. Other driver that did 3 stints was this man who's leading the race here, his teammate Longy. He's deserving a good break, probably sitting back, enjoying to watch his actual teammate now actually take control of this car. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully he got that express post from your cuckoo of the quick wheel mount, because I tell you what, he's going to need it. But Saturday may need an extra wheel after hitting the wall then. Oh, he's just a brush of the wall. We've seen these cars brush the wall and continue on without any problem. These cars are built tough, especially on the sides of them, so they can handle a little bit of rubbing on the side. But I tell you what, Saturday's just got to take it a little bit cool here. Settle himself down. And let's pick up John King as he's having a look to see what he can do with Zaki 3. Nice line actually from Zaki 3, not putting much pressure on those tyres. He's straight lining it in towards the dipper, whereas John was moving, following the curve of the track basically. And so Zaki 3, he really understands how to keep his tyres under him here. Look at him just pull away also on acceleration. And the track temperatures are around about 49 degrees out there, so these drivers are going to have to manage these hot temperatures out on track. John looks like he's primed for a good final show in here. I tell you what, Gunn hasn't been sitting around, or he probably has been sitting around all day, but he's been mixing it up with a bit of work, but he's been watching a lot of the stream, so I think he's in the zone. I'll give him that, because he knows everything that's happened, and doing a great job leading this race. But we're just keeping an eye here on this battle for position 5. Zaki 3 is currently holding position 5. And we got TB82, who drove sensationally in the first 2 sessions in the Appliances Online car. Barracking on, getting John King that extra wing he needs. See if he can get past Zaki 3 up the hill, but he's going to have to chuck in behind here. And be also aware of Ashley. Ashley's been fast all weekend as well. Don't forget, Ashley put her on pole position, so the pole man is in 7th position, and he's coming at a rate of knots. He is now tagged onto the back of John King. Up over the top they go, coming on through. Zaki's straight lining it like we've seen, and really trying to look after these tyres. And look at, he's slowing them down a little bit, because Slide Science now has joined this train of 4 cars. And look at John, he's starting to get a bit impatient, just brushing the outside of Forest Elbow. He could be vulnerable to Ashley here. Ashley's on a run. got to go protective now, John, as Ashley's looking around the outside. Slides trying to think what line he's going to stick to, the racing line he thinks, because that's where the grip is. Oh, Ashley hasn't been able to get the run, but it looks like Slide's almost giving him a little bump draft as they go. Slide's going to be boxed in here. Which Slide's he going to take? He's going to have to choose. He's just ducked in behind Ashley. What some nice driving there by the boys. And Captain Awesome now. He's thinking it won't be long and he'll put himself up there in a good position. But look at the battle here for second position now. Rusty has been able to get on top to the back of Sado. Now, I don't know if Sado's made a little mistake. He's been lapping a little bit slower than both these drivers. Rusty's lapping similar time. Oh, Rusty, where's he gone? Has he gone into the wall a little bit? He had a bit side tank slapper coming out of Bert's corner. But no, he's still going well. I think we've got to give some credit to this man, Mr. Kempy, at the moment. Look at him go. He's finally getting himself into this groove, and he's 6 seconds off the pace of the Unicorn. And lapping similar, so these guys are going to have a battle all the way, and the Unicorn is actually co-driver of John Slow, who we saw as high as 4th position in this race. Maybe he actually got a little bit higher than that during the running, but at the end of each session I think it was as high as 4th, but I think John actually took a lead of the race at one stage during the pit cycles. But nice job by him, and the Unicorns, his car's looking a lot straighter than what it did in session 3, so that's a good opening stanza for the Unicorn. And that's all he's got to do is keep it like that, and he's going to pick up a good result here. I think he could even manage to get in the top 10. As we know, anything can happen, it usually does, especially in this final session. So let's get back at this. Position 5, Zaki's still holding off this pressure. And it's just a big train of thundering V8s. Plenty of red and black on your screens at this moment. We're loving the action here at Mount Panorama for round 3 of the ANZCRL's V8 Supercars Championship, but this is our Bathurst 1000. We've already completed 127 laps of 161. This is the 4th and final session, and we've got the Appliance Online car out wide. John King, as we've already mentioned, he should be okay as long as he doesn't get involved with anything with slide sides. Slide sides has been in the commentary. He's seen how it can turn to pear shape pretty quickly, so I think he's just backed out of that. And Wise heads to prevailed, so nice driving by Slide. He could have put his nose in there and it could have ended in disaster, so well done to him. Look at Commander Cirrus at the moment, holding in this nice position 4. His lap time is close enough to Rusty's, but enough just to keep him ahead of Zaki 3. So why these guys are battling out, Commander Cirrus is absolutely really enjoying this because he's been able to sort of clear himself and give him that buffer. So when it comes time to pit stops in around about lap 13, it's going to be interesting to see there. Commander Series is going to have a little bit of time. That's it, baby. What a race. Thanks, Hutch. Yeah, forget about GT3 Formula 1. It's V8 Supercars. You should be in the broadcast booth with me, Hutch. That's awesome, mate. That's a great comment. And it is V8 Supercars here at ANZCRL. Thank you so much, my friend. And we absolutely enjoy that you guys are getting something out of this coverage, and hopefully that gives you a good opportunity to want to fire up AMS2 and give these cars a go. They're an absolute blast to drive, especially when you get used to them. They move around a lot. They're a big, heavy car. They've got narrow tyres. And if you feel like you want to, there's obviously wildcard spots in our championship. You hit us up on our website. You look at it there, in there, the links there on our Twitch channel. You'll find all the links to our website, and that'll direct you also to our Discord and everything like that you may need to get racing with us here in Australia and New Zealand. We run on Sunday nights normally, Thanks, Jitsu. It's good to have you, mate. 28-28. I'm glad that you're enjoying this coverage. As a driver that you're supporting, let us know. And we'll try and give them some good airtime. But we can't get off this battle here for position 5. And it looks like Ashley's going to try and make this move. You've got to be careful in Bert's corner. Bert doesn't like to clean up after a mess. He's been absolutely livid in the last 3 sessions. You can't believe how much mess these boys are leaving him to clean up with his dustpan and broom. But anyway, these guys don't care. They've got a podium that's staring down the barrel here, and they want it. Zachy 3 and Zach 18. I tell you what a pairing, and what a great job they've done. But I also can't. Got to take my hats off to Ashley Cucci and his teammate of Wadey. Wadey had some problems there in session 3, and comes back with Ashley starting in 9th. I think it was 11th. Sorry. I think it was, and he's now up in the 6th position. So he's jumped 5 places, Ashley, in the Coke Commodore. Anyone that saw the top 10 shootout saw him come out with another 2 cars after him. So he was the 3rd last car to come out in the shootout and put it on pole, and was able to hold on to that position. And here he is now trying to see if he can make an open, create an opening on Zachy 3. And it looks like he's having a little look down the inside now, and Slide Sign's thinking about it too, but no, it's not going to be. So while they're doing this, as I said, Commander Sirius has now got a 10-second margin, and it looks like Ashley may have a run. Has he got enough horsepower to get up past him? He's going to be on the nice grippy side of the circuit for braking into Griffin's Bend here. Is he going to hold on, or is Zachy fighting back? Zachy's fighting back. What a move it was for Ashley. He basically closed his eyes and turned in. And what a move it was. And well done to Zachy 3 for just giving a paper clip of or cigarette paper, maybe, gap between his front bumper and Ashley's back rear bumper. But now Ashley's going to see if he can create a nice healthy gap, because he knows he's got John, who's very fast, and so Slide Sights, and those guys are going to start getting a little bit antsy if they can see Ashley pull away and caught behind Zachy 3. But Zachy 3's holding his own really well here. He's got great pace where he needs it, and he's been under pressure. He will be sweating it up. If I know anything about pressure, he'll be dripping. Wanting the aircon on, he'll be wanting fans, he'll be wanting anything he can to have himself cooled down. It was just after he's released Ashley, he's now got John, and then soon to be maybe Slide, but he'll be trying to see if he can keep this little gap that he's pulled out of John on the exit of Forest Elbow, so he can keep his eyes forward instead of being distracted by the mirrors. Let's pull up position 2, I think. Oh, we might just hold on to this just for a second here, but as this is looking still pretty good. But Sato is just holding off Rusty. They increased it to about a second there, so Sato's been able to just keep it going. It got pretty close there for a second. Oh, it's getting close again, I think, still here for Sato. That's very close, actually. Rusty's seen what sort of damage he may be able to create here with this Monster Energy car. They're lapping pretty fast around here, and we know Sato's pretty fast. Once he starts coming down the hill, he just glides the car in through these corners. It's a magic to watch Sato down the hill here. He looks after the car, just brings it down through the S's here. He'll line up for a nice entry into Forest Elbow, and then he just gets the power down. Ready for the fastest part of Australian motorsport. Here he goes, down Conrod Straight. We're already into lap 10 of this 41 session, so we can say we're up to 130 laps of 161. drivers have been driving for over 5 hours, or the cars have been, not all the drivers have had co-drivers, so they've been swapping in and out. On the defensive move now from Sato, he's feeling the pinch. Mitch has already been able to take the Unicorn for a position there. So the Unicorn has dropped down to last position. Not too sure what happened there. His car looks straight, so maybe doesn't look like he's had any incident. But Mitch Kemp is actually in 12th position. So nice position change that we've seen for Mitchie. I bet you're more nervous watching than driving Highlander, because you've always got control there. But yeah, congratulations to Mitch picking up a position. He'll savour that position, as he's doing a great job for the Premier Hire car. I've got a little smile on my face, so it's all our hard work is paying off a little bit here for Mitch. So good job. And let's hopefully see him keep it on this black stuff for as long as he can. But let's have a look now. So from near the last of the order of the grid here, we're looking at the leader now of Gun 180 as he's on lap 11 of this session. And he's just coming up actually to the Unicorn in front of him. So big effort by both Gun 180 and Longy all weekend. And Gunner just missed pole position from Rusty by points, from Ashley Cucci, I should say, from 0.12 of a second was the gap for pole position. That's how close the top 10 shootout was. And Gunn literally had his wheel in his hand. It came off. Well, I like to say it came off the steering wheel, but basically he had to take it off to reset his wheel and then connect it back on because he had hardware issues. So down Conrod, he decided to just take the wheel off, put it back on, reset it. And we had a little bit of a wobble down Conrod, but he still was able to keep it gassed up. And that obviously would have thrown anyone out, but he still only just missed getting pole. He still comes home second in the top 10 shootout. So that's the type of driver we're dealing with here in Australia with Gun 180. He's won so many events here at ANZCRL, it's not silly. So he is an outstanding driver, and it's always good to race against him too, because he sets that bar, and it's always good to chase and see how you compare. But this man has been able to give Gunnery a run for his money at times. So is Rusty, because Rusty's been doing a good job. Yeah, they have been actually a class act, haven't they, Huds? The Penrite boys, they have been outstanding. And hopefully they can continue that on. It's still a long way to go. We've seen cruel things happen. And we don't want anything bad to happen here, because I tell you what, this is looking to be a really good finish to this event. We've got only 29 laps remaining. Sato's trying to get past here. Rishin is boxed in. We've got 3 cars. We've got the magnet. They've got to be careful. They do get magnetised here at AMS2. That was so close by Rusty. Rusty had to back out. He was actually almost made the move of the century. He always reminds me of Ayrton Senna, Nigel Mansell, or something like that, where they can box someone in to make that move. Yeah, exactly, Highlander. You were very solid in those opening 2 sessions too, Highlander. So we can't forget what you did, all the magic in the Monster Energy car in those first 2 sessions. Outstanding to put it in the position that Sato's been able to have. And a good co-driver will do that. And good job by yourself, as did Bo Kane here with Rusty. And we can't forget what's Commander Cirrus. He's actually doing a 3 stinner as well. In 4th position, he had VGA Philly in that final session. Well, not the final, the 3rd session that we just had, the session that went every little bit haywire with our connections. Gave it 2 goes before we had to give up on that one. But we got quite a few laps done there. in the end. I think we got close to 22, 23 laps done out of the 40. But now we've got this little battle with Rusty, trying to see what he can do by upsetting Sato for position 3. If you see anything that's missing my eyes, guys, down this Christmas tree on your left of the position order, let me know. I'm keeping a little eye on those positions. I can see Zachy 3 and Slide Science is very, very close. The Slide Science is, I mean, John King has been able to take Zachy 3 somewhere. We've missed it. Oh, yes, a lap by Gunner, 2.755. That could well and true be the lap record. It is. It's officially the lap record. The lap record was a 202.768 by Sato in session 3. And now we've got a 202.755 by Gunner that previous lap. So welcome to the fastest lap board for Gun 180. Will that irk Sato up a little bit and him on to try and push after he does a pit stop to try and claim that fastest lap again? We don't know. But these cars sound good on track. Oh, they're all split out a little bit. So let's just go back to Rusty and Sato, because this is where the good battle is for the pointy end here. We're into the final session, so we want to make sure that we keep on tabs of these big positions for the podium. Now that 10-second margin that Cirrus had over Ashley Kutcher is now gone down to about 7 seconds. So you can just see, once Ashley got released from Zachy 3, he's been able to keep pumping out a lap roughly about a second quicker than Commander Cirrus, as we find Rishi coming into the pits for a pit stop. So he's come in out of position 11. Now we've got Stu just coming on through. So Rishi's actually now a lap down, actually, so he's been in there for a little while, I think. She's just coming out now, so yeah, he's down the order, Rishi. So something's happened there that we haven't seen, so that's a big blow for himself and Hartz, as he's been doing a good job here. But look at this battle here now. Ashley Kutcher, what's going on? Someone's dropped down. Rusty, is it Rusty? What's going on? Oh, big moment from Rusty. It's Bo's corner, not Bo's corner, it's at Bert's corner. So there's a wing there. There's a Bert will be happy to jump the fence and collect that and keep that for his collection. He'll be selling it at a BP store near you. But Rusty's now looking like a Sydney cab or a Melbourne cab. Oh, and he's driving like one as well. He's lost all rear wing, so he's got to be told now that he's got no rear wing. So that's brought up Sato, but release Sato. Yeah, Kempo up in 11th as a unicorn. Oh, that's because, yeah, Rishi actually pitted, sorry. So Rishi did pit, so the Mitch is actually, there, his wings a little bit dropped down as well at the back. So, oh, we've got a safety car. The virtual safety car is out, guys. So here we go. So here we go, safety car. Sato is gone into the pits, so he's taking the opportunity to pit. This is not going to get him to the end, though. He's going to have to do a splash and dash. Has this been a costly move from Sato? A couple of others. John King's coming in. Oh, the unicorn just gets straight out of his way. 40k limit in pit lane, so John King's coming in. Commander Series is going to be behind Gunner, so unfortunately also Mitch hasn't been able to clear the safety car, so that's a shame. He's going to have to follow the safety car. He could have been just got in front and got a leg up, but he's going to now be almost a lap down on Gunner on the restart of this. And there's the Chevrolet safety car out on track. He's driving around at 61 kilometres, getting a little bit slower as he's trying to get the field obviously bunched up. So we did see one the other day, and it was going about 100 kilometres an hour. So it's going slow to try and catch all these drivers back up to the queue before he has to restart again. So Stu's gone into the pits as well, as did Rusty. The biggest loser out of all that was this man, Mitch, unfortunately. So he's been probably told that he must hold behind the safety car. It would be good if he could have been released there, but he'd probably get disqualified if he did do that. So he's just going to have to hold there. And I'm sure there'll be drivers there all giving him a little bit of information there, just letting him know that everything's okay. He'll just have to let all these cars go through. And he's still holding a good position in front of Rishi, but Rishi's actually going to be able to gain a bit of closeness now, because Rishi's going to be amongst this pack of cars. So let's have a look. So we've got Gun 180. So he's just behind Mitch, who's going to have to get out of the way. We've got Commander Cirrus in second position. Third position, Ashley Cucci right behind. Zaki boys are in fourth. We've got Slide Science in fifth position. These guys have not pitted, but even if Sato, who's in position 6, who's just behind Captain Awesome, pitted, he's going to have to pit again. But the beautiful thing of his next pit stop that he doesn't have to sit there that long either, because he's only going to have to top up his fuel. He might even go all the way double stipping his tyres. But either way, this actually could be a good move, because his pit stop is going to be less than all the guys in front of him. So let's have a look. Rusty's still coming through. Hasn't been dropped down on the jacks of the pit crew with this little bit of a graphical error that seems to happen with AMS2. But here we go. Let's see if the safety car comes in. Yes, it does. So here we go. It's restart of the race. And it looks like Mitch is going to have the control of it. So he'll have to follow whatever's coming up on his display. But it's going to be Gun 180 who's going to take this restart. And well done to Mitch. It looks like he's going to pull over to the side, let them everyone through. And awesome job. So here we go. Restart here on lap 16. So that was for Rusty, who had spun it on top of the mountain there near Bert's corner as he came out of the cutting. So Rusty's been able to find himself back in position 9, and they still haven't dropped him off the jacks yet. So he's been a bit of a hovercraft. But look at this, Commander Cirrus now finds himself in second position. How about the drive from the Irwin crew? They've started in last position. Can they do a Larry Perkins from last to first? Only time will tell. He's actually in second position. He's just got to see what happens here and just hold in. Any bad luck happens to the Penrite car or anything, a kangaroo may pop out on top of the circuit, or he might get a lost wheel, come off a car and plough into the car. Who knows? We saw that at Sandown with Moffat. But here we go. It's Commander Cirrus holding second position from Ashley Cucci, the pole man of this race. And he's happy to be up in third position as well. So what a good result that is for him. He was fourth before Sato pitted. But look at Sato. He's right behind Slide Science as Slide's trying to get a move done on Zaki 3. So the race is really sparked up here now. Not even halfway yet. That safety car definitely opened a few things up. Biggest loser was unfortunately Mitch. After doing a sensational job, he's had to not be able to clear the safety car and was told to follow behind. Something I believe AMS2 are going to try and rectify, so that's a good thing. Oh, Sato getting it sideways. So I think they're trying to organise the way that lap cars will be able to go past the safety car, and that'll be a good thing for most leagues. And so the safety car's actually got the leader behind the safety car. But here we go. The big train from Commander Cirrus, and Ashley Cucci's just ducking out on the outside to see if he can make a move. Weaving left, weaving right, trying to find an opening here, and I think he may have it here into Griffiths Bend. Oh, where's Cirrus gone? He's got into the wall. He's drifted out onto the dirty line with a heavy rubber, and he's got into the marbles. Oh no, the Irwin team are absolutely, would be devastated here at the moment. What sort of damage has that caused the car? Can he regroup from this? Oh, big stories are being told right through this final session of the ANZCRL Bathurst 1000, the 8th edition in 2023. But it's slide science in the middle of this battle between Zaki and Sado. This is sensational racing by all of these three drivers. I reckon all drivers actually on the grid here have been absolutely entertaining us during Sunday. What a great event we've had here at ANZCRL. If you've liked what you've seen, make sure you stay tuned for next year around October after the Bathurst weekend. You really want to try and join in on this annual event. Who knows, by then they may just have driver swaps in the game. You never know. We can only die wondering or wishing, I guess. Stu's found himself with that line of pit stop up into 10th position as well. Just like to take note of that. So he's doing good. And talk about going good. Look at slide signs, trying to see if he can nudge into this position 4. He's going to try it. No, he can't. He's pulled it up. It's Sado's going to start getting a little bit angry, or not angry, but just a bit frustrated because he's got the pace. And maybe he's wondering, if I've done the right thing, should I not have pitted in that safety car period? But I just think that it's going to work out for him, because even though I said he's going to have to pit again, it's Cirrus. I mean, Slide's now gone wide, just like Cirrus did. So getting on those marbles of this heavy rubber track is not what drivers want to be doing there, especially at Griffiths Bend. We know it's off cambered, so as soon as you get on it, it's just like you're on a whole lot of marbles and you're just going to roller coast all the way to the wall. These cars are carrying so much pace at that point, so Sado has now got a clear attack at Zaki 3. Ashley's holding second position, 205.3. Gunner's doing a 203.2 that previous lap. You've got to remember, these drivers will be starting to think about pit stops, and when they go in, Sado's going to be released. He's 10 seconds behind Gunner at this stage, and as soon as Gunner goes, he'll have clear track and will have the race lead, and he will be going. If you've seen a driver drive hard, this is when you're going to see Sado at his best. Oh, slide signs, hold on to it, out off Forest Elbow, as he's getting confused by the hovercraft behind him, monstering. And he's had the run as well, Rusty, so here he goes. He's making his way back up through the field. He was running in third position before he made that mistake. Here comes Sado, but he hasn't been able to hold on to it. He's going to spin. He tried to keep into it to try and keep position there, but he's lost out. So the Monster Energy car that's been running second most of this race, and the intervention of the safety car has now seen Sado drop all the way down to 9th position. You got Rishi just behind him, who's actually a lap down, but obviously wants to see if he can try and make a little move on Sado, but no, he's not going to do that. He's a wise man, Rishi, and he won't do that to upset Sado. But Sado, that's Stu just in the background there in 10th. Stu could have almost had position 9 for a second there, but what a lucky thing that was for Zaki 3 too. He could have been caught up in that when Sado went off. Nice showing here now for Zaki 3 in his 4th position. There's a little gap between first and second. Around about that 6 seconds between Gunner and Ashley. And then Cirrus is in 3rd position for the Irwin team. He's loving that, knowing that he's on the podium. And he may not know that Sato's made a mistake, because Cirrus would be concentrating so hard not to get anything wrong here, but he knows that obviously Sato's going to not have to pit when all these guys do. We're expecting them to pit probably around lap 22. One person that doesn't have to pit is this man, Rusty. He pitted during the safety car because he's the guy that actually brought it out. Yeah, the hovercraft here. The pit crew just never let the jacks down. I can't believe it's still going. Would have probably worn out those jacks by now. Maybe the best thing for us to do is go on the roof cam, and then it doesn't look like he's... It looks like, how high is he? He looks like he's jacked up. Looks like he's driving one of the V8 Utes in the support category. Now you've got that sun now starting to drop down below the top of the windscreen. Now that's going to start interfering with the drivers as well, the late afternoon sun. Look at these nice clear skies. We're on board Rusty, and they're in the Milwaukee racing car. Started this session in 3rd position. Zaki now thinking, what does he have to do to get these cars off his tail? And that's what it is, Rusty. He had a little bit of a moment. He caught onto it just in time before he ended up looping it around the wall. Helped him. Keep it pointing it straight. It's Sato 15. He's now starting to get onto the latch onto the back of John. Yeah, I think it was a low impact there, but look at this battle here for Captain Awesome. It's slide signs for position 6. As Mitch is visiting into pit lane. And that could be just a normal scheduled stop for Mitch as well, lap 20. Ashley, I mean Rusty, sorry, not Ashley, he's just hasn't got that grip because he's hovercrafting it about, and he won't be feeling that though in the game. It's just how it is in our visuals. But here we go, new lap record. We're saying, where we go, new lap record. Highlander Gundy to 202.6 was at the previous lap. Let's bring up some timings. It was a 202.6. Wow, the pace is flying, and that's because he's also low on fuel. And we're expecting the leaders here to come into a pit stop very shortly. Rusty's in. He's had enough. Let's see if they drop him this time. It looks like they have. So this time he should have more grip, and he can get to the end now. That's not a bad move from Rusty after making that mistake, because he knows that he can get to the end without needing any splash or dash. So that's brought Stu up into 9th position. So a good showing from the GTL driver. There's a couple of gravel trap legends drivers here actually. They're all doing a good job. And Stu's car's looking as clean as it is when it's first started the race almost. Did see a little scuff mark down near the driver door. I think Stu actually visited the pit lane too during that safety car period. So he's another driver that when it comes time to pit, probably around lap 30 for them, he's only going to have to put 10 laps worth of fuel in. Now that stop's going to be very minimal. Oh, when I say minimal, it's half a fuel tank basically, but still won't be as long as what his competition's doing. So he may be well and truly on for to keep this position 9 over Rusty. May even pick up a few pieces from anyone else. We've seen how hard all the drivers are racing in front of him. Let's have a look at Gunner. He's coming up the mountain again, so that's another lap record, a 2:02.3. It's almost happy hour for Gun 180. And he's just knocking lap record after lap record as Commander Cirrus comes into pit lane, so he's taking his pit stop. And this will see him get to the end once he gets going. I think he's one of the last ones in the bay. Yes, he is. He's got bay number 1. So it is insane, Hards. And yeah, Gunn is definitely unleashing the beast of the Penrite car. He's absolutely killing it. Let's put on the map here. I want to see if he's getting any more sectors, but I think he may actually be thinking about a pit stop this time around. It's a very impressive pace indeed. To do a 2:02.3 in race trim now, he's a bit slower here, so he might have had a little bit of a moment, or at least backing it off. Let's have a look to see how much fuel he's got to get in the cockpit. 4.8 litres, so yes, he will be in. Fuel burn is around about 5.2 litres a lap. So he'll be in this lap this time around. Crew will be really making sure that they get this stop done without an incident. He wants to make sure he slows down here, gets to 40 k's an hour. Well and truly before the line he does. So he's playing it nice and safe. As I think the Unicorn's just taking off now out of his pit bay. So we've got John Slow. I mean, not John Slow, sorry. Unicorn leaving, and look here, they all come in. So let's jump on board here, the cockpit. Let's see how hard in Zachy 3 comes. He's slowing it down. Oh, he's slowing it down really early. Look at slide signs. They're bumping one another as they come in pit lane. We've seen this in real life too. Look at them. Oh, there's nothing in. Captain Awesome's right on the backside. This is insane. Pit stop action aplenty. Hopefully they can see which bay they got to go in. It can get confusing sometimes. All the pit crews have got the same liveries. It'd be great if they have actually different liveries. Would be awesome. Stand out. But here you go. So they're all in. Look at it. It's a Friday afternoon parking lot. Pit lane is a hive of activity as Sado takes this lead in this race. Now let's have, while we can, we'll get on board 71.3 litres of fuel. So we know he's going to have to pit probably in the next, he'll get probably 10 laps out of that. So it'll be around lap 33, 34. And then it'll be a short dash stop for fuel here. And we've got Stu all the way into position 2. Because he's out of cycle. He was one that pitted during the safety car that came out. So let's have a look. Zachy 3's been able to get out of pit lane. Slide Science has lost out a lot. He was right on the back side of Zachy 3. And Captain Orson's been able to leapfrog Slide Science. So Slide Science got caught up there in pit lane a lot longer than the others. So he lost out positions there. Worth noting there. So maybe it was just he filled the tanks right up, whereas the others maybe have calculated not to fill the tanks. But Stu's almost on one of his fastest laps of the race as he heads down Conrod Straight. And we're on to lap 143 of 161 laps, guys, for the race today. This is the final session that we've had. A big effort by everyone, all involved. 26 drivers in total to make this event go. And they've turned up each session. 13 drivers, because you can only have 13 go in. You've got your co-driver there. But some of the co-drivers have actually been there helping their team drivers in team chat and giving them encouragement to keep going. And here we go. We've got Stu M still holding second position in the Autobahn car. And he's doing that alongside Loza. And they started this session actually in 11th place. But we do know that, actually not 11th, it was 11th place. I might have had that wrong, sorry. They actually started in 8th. Apologies there to Loza after he had a good run in the session 3. So he's just leading these laps down, Stu, at the moment, and he's just waiting to know when this man behind him, Gunner's going to be on the back of his boot lid. You just see him now coming over past McPhillamy. So it should be probably the next lap. Stu will probably be able to get down the mountain and back up the mountain. Probably still in this position. He's driving pretty smooth, but here comes the Penrite car behind him. Now, we know that Gunn can get all the way to the end of this race now. Sadow's going to have to pit, so he's got the transition through pit lane that he must take. That spin would have been very costly that he had here at the chase when he was battling Zaki 3. Has cost Sadow a big chunk of time and could have actually cost him the race. But Sadow 15 will still go hard for this podium result. He knows he's got a podium in him. But Stu's been able to just run consistent laps around these 207, so it's a great level of driving here by Stu. And as I said, he should get up the top of the mountain here. He's still in front of Gunner, and Gunner may have to just wait to make this pass down Conrad. So Stu may keep this position all the way over the top of the mountain. Good job by the Kiwi. A good bugger as well, Stu. One of the nicest guys out there in the sim racing world. Doesn't have a bad word to say about anyone, especially out in the public anyway. He's always encouraging everyone to get amongst the sim racing titles. Runs a good league on Monday night, Gravel Trap Legends. And also runs a little feeder series as well on a Wednesday, the Shakedown series. It's having a little hiatus break at the moment, and we'll be back again in 2024. But here he goes. So he's just pulled off the side there just to let Gunner through. So Gunner's made that position now into second position. What a great shot that is as they both came down through Forest Elbow. Good mates, both Gunner and Stu. Sure, they gave each other a little wave as they went by. But let's now put our attention now. Let's see where Rusty is. He's back down on the off the jacks and chasing down Captain Awesome. We've seen a little bit of this Milwaukee racing car of late. It's probably for a good reason as well, because they finished there in third position in session 3. Session 2, they finished third. They finished, yes, in third position. And then after the first session, they were actually in 5th position. So they've been in the top 5 all race. And this session here, as we've seen, he had that loop around the top of the mountain near the BP corner after the cutting. But he's on the comeback trail, and that's a good thing. Rusty can get to the end as well. He's got enough fuel to get to the end. Let's just have a little look in the cockpit, make sure they filled him up. It's going to be close, actually, 63 litres. He's not going to get to the end. He's going to need more fuel than that, so he's going to have to come in again. So when he pitted that last time, when I thought he could get to the end, maybe he didn't toggle that fuel number, and they only short-filled him again. So that's a shame. So this is where it happens in the back end of the race. Sometimes these little things, they've been racing all day, These little errors, these little 1%ers we call them. Not just in the sim world, in the real life. And here we go again. See, out on the marbles, that's not the first driver, that's the third driver now. So it just shows you that going offline in this hard, heavy rubber condition of the track, it just takes the car away from under them. I guess that's one thing that would be actually really good to see in the game is that rubber build-up is actually shown on the circuit, because at the moment it's just you don't even really see it. Put yourself out there and away you go. There's John now in position 5 in that top 5 with the Mobile One Appliances car. After the first session, Timmy had it in 9th position. And then Timmy got into it again in the second session, and that was up all the way up into 6th position on the lead lap, about a minute off the lead of the race after session 3. And then Timmy handed it over to John King, and John got it just lost the position into position 7, and now he's back up to position 5. So that's a solid showing by the Mobile One Appliances car. They've been there or thereabouts, and he's fighting for that 5th position if he can. He knows Sato needs to pit again, and he's definitely got fuel to run. Look at that number, 91.8 litres of fuel, so that's excellent. That's an excellent number as far as fuel's concerned, so he's happy with that. He'll get to the end. There's Stu's just behind him there. So Stu, I'm not too sure if he actually came. Don't think he went into the pits. No, it's just something's happened there to Stu. He was only just a minute behind. He was only like a little bit behind Gunner, and he's dropped a ton of places in the space of a lap. So he's had a moment. And here goes Cirrus now. He's got Stu just in front of him. Position change into 5th. If he can make this move, stick his keeping up to Stu in a good spot here, because he should be able to maybe get him down Conrod. Stu knows who he's racing, and he knows that these drivers here are pretty fast. And we've got Commander Cirrus there just having a double check, 85 litres of fuel, so he'll get to the end of this race as well as we ride on the roof of the Irwin Racer. Stu's just having a little bit of a lock up here, and Stu's got a good little exit, but I'm sure he'll just probably pull off to the side or let Cirrus through. But they're racing hard here, and Stu's got every right to do this because this is 4th position. Oh, he's just backing down a little bit there. Here we go. Sato's done a 2:02.46, and Cirrus won't be happy there with Stu. He's going to try and dive down the inside if he can, but Stu's in a really good position here in 5th spot, but I think that he's going to have to pit. He's got 8.7 litres of fuel, so this is why Stu's holding out here, because he's enjoying the battle, and he knows he's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit next lap, actually, so this will be the final lap that he'll be in front of Commander Cirrus. If he holds off here, Cirrus will then be able to be released when Stu goes into the pits. So I just want to bring up the timings if we can here, and just have a look, because we've just seen Sato do a 2:02.4, so not quite there. 2:02.3 is the fastest lap by Gunner. So Sato is definitely giving it a big go. This is a good battle for Stu. Stu's holding his own here. Cirrus is losing touch of both acts. This is why he wants to get past. He's actually gone around. Stu's actually let him go. How's he in front? It's because we had not a virtual safety car. We had a safety car come out. Oh, Stu, keep it on the black stuff, mate. He's been doing a good job. We had a safety car gone, and he had to he pitted during the safety car, and so he's out of sync of gun 180. So gun 180 had to do his normal scheduled stop around lap 23. Sato's yet to, he's going to have to do a splash and dash around lap 33. We think about lap 34, we might see Sato in for a splash. But the pressure's on, 202.5. Sato that previous lap, Gunners doing a 204, so he's lost out a little bit. And but the transition time during the pit stop should see Gunner take the lead of this race when Sato does pit. But Commander Cirrus now. Oh, Stu hasn't pitted this time around. Is he gonna have enough fuel to get to the end? 3.9 litres. If that's correct, he's gonna run out of fuel. Unless our numbers are wrong. 5.2 litres. Normally on a lap around here. Has Stu miscalculated? And if he's miscalculated and he runs out of fuel on top of the mountain, will this cause another call out for another safety car? And if a safety car is called, this is a blessing in disguise for Sato 15. He will be able to get a pit stop, but the thing is, it could come at the wrong time. Actually, he will come all right though, because he will be able to go hard if he can get through here before a safety car is being called. Stu's still going, he's still got fuel in that car, but not much to go if our dash on his dash is reading correct. Oh, this is going to be so close. Sato 15's coming through, so he's going to beat any chance of a safety car, so this could play into his hands. Let's have a look. I think Stu's on the clutch, is he? No, he's still on the power. He's still just gliding it down. This is going to be tight, so at least he's got the hill to just cruise on down here. He's pushed for that one extra lap, and he's going hard like he's not going to run out of fuel. So maybe our dash is wrong. We have seen that be a problem before. So yeah, I'd say that it's okay because he's whole sense of a bit of an excitement there for a bit of drama, but I think he's all right because he wouldn't be able to still keep going like he is. So those fuel numbers on that dash is incorrect, so we don't know where anyone stands now, so that puts a bit of doubt in everyone's. Oh, as Mitch Kemper's gone into the pit wall. He's just got to hopefully wait for these cars to get through and he'll get going. So he'll have his map display up and he'll probably hit reverse now and get going. So he'll get going. And he's now lost his wing as well. So he's just got to take it easy this time around and get back into the pits and get repaired. He's got a little bit of So now he's taking out brake markers, which is going to cause a little bit of drama for some of the drivers who are relying on it. So Sato 15, if his fuel numbers are right, he's not going to get to the end. He's going to have to pit probably in the next, well, if we're saying 5 litres a lap. He's going to have to pit within the next 6 laps. So that's going to cause it down lap 37. 4 laps short of the end of this race. So after seeing Stu's, we don't know if that number's correct, but knowing when he pitted with that safety car, which I think from memory was around lap 14 or 15. There's no way he can get to the end. Maximum is about 23 laps, I think, of fuel to a tank. And Stu now. There's doubts to see maybe he's got enough fuel to get to the end. I think he pitted during the safety car, so you'd think that he'll have to pit around that same time as Sato. And that'll drop him a few positions. He's got Rusty coming up behind him now. Zaki 3. All these drivers. Yeah, it is, Huds. It definitely is exciting coming into the last 11 laps of this race. We don't know where we stand at the moment. We're waiting to see Sato's still in the 202s. He's extending this gap to Gunner. He knows he needs to run. If he's got any chance to take victory here, he needs to keep pushing. And that's what he's doing. He knows he's got to probably get a margin of around about 45 seconds. Maybe not even quite 45, but it's going to have to be something like that for him to come out in front of Gunner. He won't spend time getting any tyres on. It'll just be fuel. So his tyres will be worn out, but Gunner will have fresher tyres. As Kempy's now making his way, he's lost his bonnet and everything, so he just wants to keep to the left here, not interfere with Sato. Get into the pit lane, so that's nice. That's where's Sato going? Well, Sato didn't know he was damaged, so Sato was thinking that he had to come down the inside, so that was lucky. Well, let's hope so. That definitely, Clarkie. Let's hope that there's a big chance for Timmy and John to get in onto the podium, because that's one of my favourite liveries. I support the Walkinshaw Andretti United car. I'd love to see that car on the podium. But I don't want to take anything away from these two, of Sato and Gunner. I tell you what, this has been so exciting. And it's basically now Gunner upper hand with just pegging back a little bit of time that previous lap. But getting back to here now, Rusty's going to take a move on Stu for position 6. Buckle in, people. We've got less than 10 laps remaining of the great race here, the Bathurst 1000 for ANZCRL. I've been your host, Neil Haynes, and this has been one of our fastest Bathurst 1000s in the history. I know we've won Project Cars 2 on the Xbox, but this pace has been scintillating. It's been impressive for the way that these drivers have been driving all sessions. Someone threw it up in session 3. Why are these drivers driving so hard when all they need to really do is finish on that lead lap and get to the end of that race and buy that ticket into session 4? Well, of course the pace is so hot. You let off for a bit, you never know what's going to happen. You've got to stay on it. It's been a sprint all race. So Rusty's made that move now on Stu. We've got Captain Awesome, the 2 Red Bull cars. You've got the newer livery that we're accustomed to a couple of years ago. And then you've got the old retro livery that they did. Sato's now into the pits, so here we go. So Sato he would have been looking at his timing and saw that Gunner finally got better of him. One lap, the previous lap, and he said, now's the time to go. No use waiting any longer. Let's get in, get the fuel, see if I can get out. In front, so where's Gunner? Gunner's coming through the chase. Sato's near the end of pit lane. Yeah, there he is. He's up on the jacks. They're getting fuel on. Will he get new tyres so he's got fresh tyres? Maybe he will compromise his pit stop and just get fresh boots on. He's going. He's leaving the pit lane. We've got Gunner just coming through the final of the first corner. So here we go. Sato is that's what he's got. He can see Gunner just going up Mountain Straight there now. There is nothing in it. 3 seconds the margin with 8 laps remaining. Not even that now. 1.5 seconds. What's going on here? Gunner. Safety car's out. Safety car's out. So what's going on here? So there's been an incident. It's the Unicorn. Someone's paid off the truck assist car. He's brought out the safety car right near the back end here, and that's why Sato jumped. Oh my God, and Sato, did he get fresh tyres on? That's the question. If he got fresh tyres on, he's going to have a huge advantage over Gunner. We cannot find out if he's on fresh tyres unless we can get it from Highlander. Highlander's our only option. If he can get in conversations with Sato and find out if he did fresh tyres, so we all know in commentary, in watching. Look at the sun glare over the western side of the hill. Oh my God, this has just come to an absolute climax of a race. We've got Ashley Coochie who will be third, the pole man. of the race. He's going to be right on the back of Sado 15 for this restart. We've got John. He's going to be in contention for this podium. We don't know what's going to go on. Cirrus is in 5th position. We've seen the pace from the Milwaukee car of Rusty. Zachy 3 is going to love this moment. We've got, obviously, the Unicorn still trying to get back to the pits, who's caused this safety car. So Highlander doesn't know, but he hopes he does. But maybe what you can do is just get yourself on Discord, pull your teammate out. He's got a safety car to be followed. He's still got a lap to go around. He's got time to have a chat to you. Ask him. Do us all a favour, Highlander. Ask your teammate, have you got tyres, fresh tyres on? Here we go. So the safety car's ready to go. And look at that. So Rishi just beat the safety car out before it got going. So here we go. And I think we've lost Mitch. So maybe Mitch got involved with this incident with the Unicorn. We're not too sure. So maybe that's why we've had a safety car. Maybe Mitch can get on the stream and let us know. So the Premier Hire car is out of this race. So here we go, so Gun 180. This is how it's all settling up to be a classic race. Okay, we respect that, Highlander, we respect that, so that's all fine. So Sado has 4 fresh tyres, says Lockie. So Lockie 5.5's just come out of the woodwork. Last year's winner of this event with this man here on our screen, Sado 15, says he can confirm. So, can this be any better, guys? We've got one of the fastest men in Australia, Gun 180 on old rubber, and we've got Sado 15 on fresh rubber right behind him. Oh, this is going to be interesting. It sure is. It's like, yes, it is. Max Verstappen and Hamilton. Hamilton didn't pit and was on the old tyres. Lost the championship. But Ashley Cucci, here he goes. The poleman, he will have some pace, but again, he'll be on old tyres, as is all the men behind. The man with the fresh tyres is Sado. Everyone now is queuing up, ready to restart this race. We're going to have 6 laps remaining. Slide Science in position 8. He's going to be looking good. T-Bone, any rainmaking to make it even better. Well, I don't know. It looks like there's some clouds out there, so who knows? You don't know. We've still got time for any rain to maybe hit the racetrack. It was clear skies earlier. Look at those clouds. The clouds have actually built. I've missed those clouds. There's been so much going on track. I haven't even thought about looking at the clouds, skywards. But there's definitely clouds coming over that western side of the hill, which the mountain, which normally brings a little bit of activity. But here we go. Buckle yourselves in, guys. What are we going to have in store? Start letting us know. What do you think? Will we see Sado take victory here, or was going to be able to hold him off? Or what about Ashley? What about John? Cirrus won't go out without giving it a good hot go. So here we go. So the safety car's in. Gun knows this is pressure time. All these drivers have been anticipating this race, and they're in for a classic. Here we go. We've got 6 more laps remaining. Enjoy this last dash to the flag. And it's Gun 180 who's got this lead. Sado 15 will be doing as long as he can. As long as Sado doesn't slide out, says Haley. Yeah, definitely. I think he's got that out of his system now. He won't be going for the fastest lap. He's going for victory now. Oh my God, what a race this has been. Sorry about saying those words. Some people don't like hearing the, what is it, the high man in charge or whatever name being brought out. But anyway, this is sensational. Look at the flames billowing out of the two cars as they climb the mountain. Oh, there we go, a brush of the wall from Sato. He doesn't want to throw this away. He's got every opportunity. He's got time on his side. Let's get those tyres up to temperature. You've got grippy tyres. What else is happening behind? I'm looking for the lead here. Not Cirrus, Sato running wide. We've got Cirrus in 5th, holding that position from Zaki 3, who's in 6th position. But it's all for the lead of this race. Sorry for the other guys behind. We can't get away from this lead of this race. This has been absolutely brilliant. You wouldn't expect anything different, would you, Kuku? A 2:01, he reckons, from Gunner before this race is out, he reckons. So there you go. Oh, my God, this is unbelievable. There I go, I've said that name again. But Sato's looking down the outside now. Is he going to be able to pull it up? No, he's been able to think twice there. You've got to be able to make sure you get this pass done right. We've seen cars have that dive sometimes and brush cars, but you don't want to do that for the lead of the race. Look at them in the background. They're fighting hard. Commander Cirrus holding off here in the station. Look at Slide Signs holding off Rusty, but it's Gunner. Holding here is, looks like Slide's having a little look. Oh, he's protecting this line actually from Rusty. Rusty's going to be on this outside. Will he get the power on here? Look at them all coming up Mountain Straight, but it's Sato. Trying to see if he can cause Gunner to start getting into a little mistake somewhere up this hill. It seems to get a little bit dark around the this part of the track. And here comes Sato. We've seen him how strong he is over the top of the mountain. Sometimes how strong he is actually down the hill as we are riding on board. You can see those clouds here on the western side of the mount. Oh, here we go, Sato's. There's nothing in it. Big effort here, big charge now from Sato. It's now or never, I think, for Sato. Oh yeah, in the wheel world, it wasn't. It's definitely the wheel world was a little bit of a lame event, but it was still exciting as well. But he's absolutely off its charts, as they like to say in the wheel world on the V8 Supercar coverage. And here we go. Look at Sato. He's got everything. He's got the run. He's going to pull up alongside this man. They're side by side coming into the fastest part of Australian motorsport. And Sato's made it. He's up into the lead of this race. He's protecting that line. Up over the curve on a lap 156 of 161. Sato has finally got the Monster Energy car in front. He's protecting that line. Gunner having a look at the switchback. He's got a run. Gunner's coming back at him. He's going to have this line if he's got that horsepower. Will he brake later? Yes, he does. Will he hold Sato up on that corner? He has. So we've got another change of the lead. Gunner's back in front. So here we go. Gunner's just lost the lead momentarily. He's come straight back at Sato 15 for the lead of this race. Who would have thought that this battle would be intensifying like this? The safety car came in to get the Unicorn back into the pit lane. We don't know if that happened with Kempo. We don't know if there was a little bit of a touch or something went on there. It was this point of the circuit that we saw the Unicorn. And the safety car was called. Right at the time, Sato had to pit as well. And Sato was drifting wide. I thought he was going to keep it off the wall, but he's ploughed into the side of the BP corner, Bert's corner. We all know what he's got to do. Oh, Sato's way off the track there. He's putting everything into this charge. Oh, is he going to stay off the wall? He's not dying wondering, that's for sure. Sato But that may have just ended his charge unless he just regroups now. He's still got time on his side. He's got laps. He's got laps handed to him. We're on a lap 157 of 161 laps, all done during the day today. 1,000 kilometres here at ANZCRL. Money's still on gun, they say. Highlander's saying, his teammates saying, come on, Sato. Cuckoo, the man with a bit of experience, reckons that Sato's gone too hard, too early. Maybe he's overheated these tyres. Maybe they've turned to mush. We think that the track temperature is near that 50 degrees. So while we're having a look here, so Gunner is holding this position. He's getting out of that corner well. So Sato, let's have a look. We've got Ashley still in third position. Cirrus in fourth in the Irwin racer. Up the mountain they go. We've got John actually up in the holding fifth position. Then we have Zaki 3 in sixth place. He's got a little bit of a run. Oh no, I thought he had a bit of a run on John. Captain Awesome. There just in front of Rusty. Slide Science has had a spin. I was wondering what was happening to Slide. He's had a spin now, and Stu is coming around to see if he can actually get that position for ninth, but Stu's in the top 10. Well done, so let's get back to the front. So everything's looking good here as Sato's making Bert's corner his own. Oh, look how much pace. He's just brushing this wall. We saw Gunner lose the Bathurst 12 hour, losing a wing after hitting that wall too much in his Mercedes GT3 car. Sato has to be careful that it doesn't knock the wing off. Oh, a little check up there from Sato coming out of the dipper. So they're running hard at the moment. Gun 180 has got officially the lap record as well. 202.3 compared to Sato's 202.4. These drivers have been absolutely at it all session long in this final session. And look at Sato, he's got the toe. This is where Sato has to think he can set him up. He's just got to wait. He's made all the hard work now. He was a second behind Gunner after he had that little mistake, and now he's within 0.4 of a second. Let those tyres cool down, knowing that Gunner's tyres are a bit more second hand, a lot more second hand. What a classic race. This is going to go down into the history books. Hope you're all enjoying this. So Haley, it's saying it's going to be a race from the last corner, he reckons. So they reckon it's going to be the finish line is actually just over the bridge, under the bridge. So they don't have much of a run out of the final corner. So here we go, 3 more laps to go, 2.5 laps. Gunner, 0.05 seconds faster than his fastest lap. Came up on my screen there. So if his tyres are dead, I don't know if that was correct, but he's all a bit loose through there. But that just showed me on that graphic that he was on for his fastest lap. Let's have a look to see. That might have cost him a bit of time coming through into the dipper there. He was a little bit sideways. Let's have a look to see what the delta says. He's 0.188 seconds. He's up. He's here to break his lap record. And once again, if this keeps up, can he get it into the 201s? Cuckoo mentioned that there's still a 201 in Gunner. Race pace. Remember, these tyres are worn out. He's on low fuel tank. He's pushing as hard as he can. He's got a little healthy gap here on Sato. Oh, he's been able to keep that power on out of the chase. Might have cost him a little bit of time. Sato must be close to a fastest lap as well. He's following Gunner. Getting a good toe. Let's see what this lap time was around. Maybe the graphics were wrong, but let's have a look. 202.4, 202.5 from Sato. I can only dream of doing a time around here like that in a V8 supercar. I think my best was a 2:04.8. Oh my, this is just insane. This is at the end of the race. We're on lap 160 of 161. And down in the background, I think we've got Cirrus up into third position. He's taken the position on Ashley. What's Ashley happened to Ashley there? He had a slow exit out of Hell Corner. And we've got Zaki 3 in fifth, but let's keep it back here on this battle for the lead. You don't get too many Bathurst 1000s for the lead like this. We can't miss any of the action. Again, apologies to all the other teammates probably tuning into this stream, wanting to see their own teammates. But this, I think everyone has to agree, is one of the greatest finishes we're going to see in the sim world. Oh, now Gunner's pushing onto the wall. He's giving it everything now. That sun is blinding. Two of the most craziest drivers in Australia at it, toe to toe. Sato's thinking, what's he going to do here? He's got one more lap. They were a little bit slower than the previous lap. Sato concentrated on that exit, but he may not want to get this pass done this lap around anyway. He'll take an opportunity if it's been given to him, but look at him. He's right on the back bumper. He's having a look down the inside. Gunner's going to be on the outside, late on the brakes at the chase. Here they go side by side. Gunner's up onto the curb, kicked up the dust, and it's Sato trying his best for the crisscross. This is insane. How these two drivers got through the chase, they're pushing so hard is beyond me. I do not know how they did. Look how much they lost in that little battle. They lost a second. They were only 0.4 off their fastest lap coming onto Conrod. They lost a second into the chase, but they got through it fine. Here we go. There's one more lap from Sato. Here he goes up on the climb, up the mountain. Fuel, hopefully it's not a problem for any of these drivers. Sato late on the brakes. Runs it out all the way to the fence. Look at those clouds. There's no storm in those clouds at all. It's just broken up cloud, heavy sort of clouds. Here we go. What's Sato got? Is he just going to now? He's just got to try and keep calm. We know he's quick around the top of the mountain here. They're on for their fastest lap still. They're just down in the first sector. Sato's just brushed the wall, sending sparks up for the crowd. They're loving this. The shadows are drawing longer as they go over the top. They come in on through down the dipper. Here comes Gunner. He's got only a few kilometres left of this circuit to claim the 2023 Bathurst 1000. Can he do it for ANZCRL? Not just ANZCRL, can he do it for himself? It's not for ANZCRL, I was meant to say just for the race here. ANZCRL's Bathurst 1000, and Sato ducking out here. He's going to give it another go side by side. Here they come down the chase. Sato's going to park it to the left here. What's going to got Sato's down there? Is he going to pull it up? He has. Sato's pulled it up. Gunner's in the back of him. He's trying to give him a nudge. Sato's got one more corner to negotiate. Will this be the race for Sato and Highlander in the Monster Energy Mustang? It looks this way. Here we go. One last attempt from Gunner, but it's Sato 15 who takes victory from Gunner 180. Unbelievable race that is from this man. That is insane. And it's this man that's going to come home in third position. From last position, the Irwin car has come home in third on the podium. Zaki 3 comes home. The Zaki boys in fourth position. What a great race that is. And Ashley in fifth position. But it's this man who takes the takes the victory. Let them know how you feel about that. That was one of the greatest finishes we've seen all the way to the end. But it was just too much in the end for Gunner. Credit to Gunner though, he had worn tyres, he gave it everything. You will not get better driving than that on worn tyres. He almost broke the lap, I think he did break the lap record again on old tyres. And the last man on the podium is this man, Commander Cirrus. Well done to him, doing a victory burnout. Well deserved. But once again, Sato 1:15. Captain Orson came home in 7th position. John, is he out of fuel there at the end there? Slide Science doing massive big burnouts as we speak. Stu comes home in the top 10. He'll be happy with that result, as will Rishi coming home in 11th. Losing bumper buzz as we're talking the Unicorn. The man that actually brought the excitement into this race by getting that safety car out. Thank you, Cuckoo. Thanks for the kind words, my friend. And awesome job by the Unicorn to bring it home there in 12th position in the end. And we're still waiting, I think, for Rishi to get to the end. He's got no front bumper, but well done to him. But there's your podium there. We've got Sato 15, takes victory. Gun 180 still there. He's probably out of fuel. He's absolutely spent. And Commander Cirrus in 3rd. But who cannot forget, this will go down one of the greatest finishes ever. And it was Sato 15. Unbelievable. What a race that was. And we got a couple of 10-second penalties there in the end. Mitch Kemp finishing 14 laps down. Had a good run. But there you go. There's the finishing there with Sato 15. 2 pit stops. Took advantage of that safety car. Gunner, a gut-wrenching 2nd for him and Longy. But what a fantastic race that was. Comes home with the fastest lap as well. Commander Cirrus and VGA Philly comes home in 3rd spot on that podium. What a hard-fought race it was for those guys. They started last all the way up to 3rd, so 10 positions. Zachy 3 and Zach 18. That was a great effort by those guys. They started their race in 7th and come home in 4th place. That was a really good run by those guys. Ashley Cucci and his teammate of Wadey. He had pole position. He started in 1st, finished in 5th. But that was some good running by Ashley. Rusty in 6th with his teammate Bocane. Captain Awesome and also Commander Jim in 7th. John King did a sensational job with Timmy in 8th position. Slide Science and G Dude in the shell car in 9th. Stu, what a nice effort for him in 10th position with Loza. And then we had Rishi Sivia coming home with Huds in 11th position. The Unicorn and John Slow in 12th. Mitch Kemp and myself in 13th. So there you go. Let's see if we can now bring in the winners. And I'll just drag in one jubilant Sato 15. So Sato, I have brought you into the broadcast booth. How do you feel after that race? That was something special. Absolutely, the stream went off its charts. How do you feel? Well done to be 2023 Bathurst 1000 Championship alongside your good mate Highlander. How good was that?
I cannot believe I pulled that off. That was unbelievable. I thought I stuffed it with 5 to go when I put the move on him at the chase then by letting him through at Hell Corner. I didn't think I was going to be able to get close enough again. It was so good coming out of Murray's. I couldn't get a run because my favourite passing spot was Griffin's. Because he was so good out of Murray's, I couldn't get close enough. So the only way I knew I was going to get the move was into the chase and pray I could hold on.
Well, hold on, you did. And don't just hold on. You have got your teammate. Congratulations to both you and Highlander. What a sensational job that was. And I tell you what, Sato had to have a day off work just to make this event. And I think that has made sure that was worthwhile, taking a day off to take home victory. So well done, you two. Highlander, what have you got to say to Sato? That was something special.
Absolute legend. I didn't breathe for the whole end of that. That was amazing to watch. When he had the spin into the chase, when he was passing Zachy, I thought we might have been done, but no, that was excellent.
It sure was, guys. I'm going to let you guys go and celebrate. because you really do need to go and celebrate, you guys, and congratulate yourselves. I want to bring in.
How many time champion is Sato now? Is that 4-time Sato?
Oh, I'm not too sure, but
three.
Sato will have to find out.
Oh,
But
3? Yeah.
he's done pretty well.
Unreal.
And Highlander, you're back to back. You won it last year alongside Dado Racer, so on the Xbox. So you can call yourself a back-to-back winner of the Bathurst 1000.
Awesome.
So congratulations to you. And I'll drag you guys out, and I'll try and pick up Gunner and
Thanks, Woody.
Longy.
Amazing, mate.
Thank you so much. Well done, guys.
Cheers.
All right, Gunner and Longy, you are in the broadcast booth getting a post-race interview. That was gut-wrenching. That was an amazing drive by both of you guys. Gunner, you had that going all under control until that last safety car that was called for the Unicorn, and I think it may have been Mitch. And Sato was at the right place at the right time to duck in and get some fresh tyres on and some fuel. But what a last 10 laps that we all witnessed. That was something that is going to go down in the history books, that one.
Yeah, it was a tough battle for sure. And he was very, very fortunate. I think I might have had a better result had that second safety car not come out, but that's how the game's played. It is gut-wrenching. I feel bad that I put Longy through 3 stints in my car and couldn't bring the trophy home for us.
Well, you did bring home the fastest lap. I know that doesn't make up for not taking this victory of this event, but I always say that this is our 8th run-in of this event, and a win here is not easy. And you guys definitely proved that. You guys were the fastest all weekend, and get caught out by a late safety car. You had nothing you can do about that. But heads up, guys. You brought it to the crowd. The stream went off its nut. They just couldn't believe what they were seeing. They were actually bringing in comments like, "This is better than the real thing." So, you guys really put it on and really showed how good quality of driving we have here in Australia and New Zealand in the sim racing world. So, and not just that, a big shout out to the men in Tasmania, Gunner and Longy. Great job, guys. And I feel for you, but time will heal those wounds, and I'm sure you guys will be back next year to try and take that top step.
Yep, always next year.
Yeah, always.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. And we'd like to hopefully see you guys back next year. But I'll put you guys back so you can have a little bit of a debrief. But thanks again for all your professionalism and all your efforts today. You guys have absolutely been brilliant. And it's been good seeing that Penrite car all day long. So well done, guys.
Cheers,
thank you
Woody.
very much.
Well done, mate, on a great event.
Thank you so much. See you later. So we'll bring in Commander Cirrus. I don't think we've got his teammate, a Logical Sport, VGA Philly. I think he's away. But Commander Cirrus, last man on the podium, 3rd position, last to 3rd, mate. How good was that for Team Irwin?
Oh, mate, it was a great result for the team. I just can't believe it. I didn't think we were going to get that back after the first safety car.
Well, stranger things happen, my friend, and I tell you what, you just kept at it, and that's what you got to do for these long races. And I'm just amazed. Like, you can just feel the emotion from some of the people that have already talked here in like the winners. It means so much. We heard the celebrations. The Sato was lost for words. The gut-wrenching feel from Gunner and Longy and yourself. You're just amazed that you got yourself on the podium here after a hard-fought day here at the mountain. So, mate, that is just sensational to see that you guys got there, and VGA Philly got himself onto the podium here at Bathurst, and a 3-stinter from you as well, just like Longy in the Penrite car. Outstanding.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, just I'm ecstatic as man. I'm trying to compose myself right now. I'm buzzing. It's pretty much feels like a win to me. Those other 2 guys were just too quick at the moment, and I thought maybe if we could bring it home best of the rest, and then Rusty got away from me at the start of that other one. At the start of session 4, I was like, I'll settle for 4th place, and then he brought the safety car out. But that last safety car helped me a lot, as didn't realise I should have pitted the first time, but also changed the strategy on the fly with my stop, and I think that's what helped me at the end there. I went back to the soft tyre after being on the hards in the first stint.
Yeah, very good to hear, mate. That's awesome. So I'll let you go and cool down and really lap that up, mate. That podium, as I said to the guys that finished second, it's such a hard event. We've run it for 8 years, and it's very hard to win this race because there's so much that goes on. And look forward to hopefully seeing you guys come back stronger next year. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I just want to quickly thank John for setting up that car. He did a lot of the lifting with the setup. I trusted him with all of his changes, and they worked. And also just want to thank you, Woody, and for organising a great event. I know there's a few other staff, but you're the main man, and you do 90% of the work. And it is, these days, like you said yourself, all these guys have so much fun and what it means to them, and it's all thanks to you, mate. So I just want to make sure that even though you can get a lot of driving in today, that you feel appreciated, and everyone loves your work, mate.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate those words, and they've got a lot of great comments towards all that as well during the stream. So thanks, Cirrus. I really appreciate that, mate. And yes, definitely, it's great to see everyone have a good time. So we'll wrap things up there, mate. And yeah, go and celebrate. And I'm sure we'll chat sometime later. So yeah, awesome job, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheerio. All right, guys. So that wraps things up on our stream. So thanks for holding in to the end of those post-race interviews. Hope you enjoyed that race. I tell you what, I think you can tell by me, I've nearly lost my voice. I absolutely enjoyed that race here at Bathurst. And I can't wait to bring the next one next time around. I'll leave you there with our intro screen. Because it has been one of the greatest races that we've seen, a special event that we run throughout the year. And you've just witnessed 161 laps throughout the day, 1,000 kilometres. And it was the, excuse me, it was the it was I've lost it all, sorry guys. But it was the Red Bull, the Monster Energy car of Sato 15 and Highlander taking that victory for 2023. Until next time, cheerio, guys.